Welcome back to episode 16 of Why Do I Do That? I am here with Gavin again.
Yo.
And today's question is, why do I need so much alone time, need space and breaks from people? And yeah, I feels. Feels. Now, I'm a projector in human design, which if anyone knows about human design, you'll know that projectors need alone time and they're supposed to have like 1 hour naps every day. And so I feel like the first thing that we kind of thought about this was it depends on, it's like an individual thing, right?
100%. Yeah. Different personality types and yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And different, like people have like different stress levels, different levels of output, like different thresholds.
Yeah. No two people are the same. We all work different jobs, have different lives, different families and different friendships and yeah.
Yeah, so our like immediate response to this is like, don't make it wrong.
Yeah.
Like just because you need lots of alone time doesn't mean there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I guess why you do it, there can be so many reasons as to why, but yeah, like it's not, you don't have to make it wrong. It could just be that you need more alone time than other people. But in saying that, the other reason that you could do that you need more alone time is, I mean, from a trauma perspective, I guess I'll give my like 2 cents trauma is that like, I know that I believed for a long time that people aren't safe and that you have to like protect yourself from people, and that's really exhausting. So from somebody who's listening who is like one of my sort of more complex trauma clients or whatever, it can come back to this belief of like people aren't safe, it's not safe to be around people, and you like want to retreat and be alone for like this like protection.
Or if you're out and around people, you got your guard up all the time, which takes energy.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's like the second part is like, is it alone time or is it certain people that you don't want to be around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's certain people that will drain your energy more than others. Like I know there's probably people that you could spend all your time with, and then certain people maybe, I don't know.
Fucking drainers.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you know, if you're needing to have alone time all the time, maybe a good question would be like, who's draining my energy?
Yeah.
Or not even who, like what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did this coaching program a few years ago actually, and she got me to audit my energy leaks. And she was like, where do you feel like if you're like a vessel and there's something that's like leaking out of you, like not in a good way, like a fucking oil leak or whatever. We'll bring it to cars because you like cars. If there's a leak, what are your energy leaks? Like where are you leaking that you could actually plug up? Like
different areas, like is it family, is it friends, is it work, is it?
Yeah. What's your biggest energy leak? And at the time for me, it was like keeping the house clean. So she was like, okay, if your biggest energy leak that's like draining your energy, that's not allowing you to be productive in your business is hire a cleaner so you can be 10 times more productive or whatever, which I did. And so I guess that it kind of doesn't really relate to alone time, but it kind of does, because I feel like if you need constant alone time, it's kind of like you're drained of energy and you're needing to recharge.
Yeah. So
like looking at where your energy leaks are, I don't know. When do you need most alone time?
I think it just depends on what's happening in my life at the time. I'm an extrovert. I like being around other people, but I also do like my alone time. And like I could, as you said before, there's people I could spend days with and not get tired. But then there's other people that a day or a couple of hours is more than enough time. It just depends on what's really happening. I do feed off other people's energy. So, yeah, sometimes if I'm around, I don't know, new people, like I've always worked in sales roles as well. So what I do for work is normally interacting with a lot of new personalities, new people. I find that takes more energy than being around people that I'm comfortable with. The family, friends.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on who you are as a person.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. But I think one other thing is if you're asking that question, why are you asking that question? Like, do you feel like you need to be around people more often? There's nothing wrong with being on your own. Do you feel, is there pressure coming from somewhere else that's making you feel like you need to be out with your friends or going to more family events or whatever it might be.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's like that. Don't make it wrong. Don't make it wrong just because you need alone time. And it's that thing as well of like, we were actually talking about this in the car of like different periods of time in your life call for different, like
100%.
different energy levels, as in you were saying like when you're going through a lot, like grief, I think you mentioned, like if you're going through a period of grief or loss or even just like burnout or whatever, you need a lot more alone time and a lot 100%. More downtime than when you just, you know, living your daily life. So it depends on where you're at.
There's a lot of external factors in it, I think. Again, as I said, I was in sales, and if you've got a busy week where you're constantly meeting clients and you have to show up all the time and be that high energy person, you get to Friday and you want to rest. I mean, even if you're in the trade, if you're a tradie or something and you're out physically exerting yourself all week, you get to Friday night and maybe you just want to stay in and just, you don't mind just being by yourself for a bit.
Do you reckon it also has to, because you just like pricked my little brain then when you said in a sales role and showing up like high energy and being like that version. I also feel like for me, alone time used to be like being myself, because if you're putting on a mask all the time or you're like having to like show up all the time, being alone is when you just like don't have to put that mask on anymore. So I feel like maybe that could be, you know, because her question was like, why do I need so much alone time like away from people? It's like, well, who are you showing up as? Like, who do you think you have to be when you're around people? Are you putting on an act or are you being yourself? Because I feel like the more myself I get, the more energy I have and the more like long lasting that energy is. Whereas if I am somewhere like when I'm meeting new people or if I'm in a situation where I'm trying to impress people or whatever, that's like way more draining of my energy than when I'm just being me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think people like batteries as well. Like everyone... Well, most people will do whatever they're doing during the day. So go to work, come home and have dinner, socialise with their family, and then go to bed and sleep and recharge. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, it's just a matter of recharging your batteries up.
Everyone's battery is different. Again, bringing it back to that. Like, I know that as a person, I am sensitive. Like, I'm sensitive to foods. I'm sensitive to medications. I'm sensitive to everything. Like I'm a super sensitive person and I think that alongside that my energy levels can be, I think they can go up quickly and they can go down quickly. Like everything has like is highs and lows with me. And so I feel like it's like getting to know yourself too and knowing what you like, how your body works and what your limits are. Like I will know when something's a no. Like when I'll be like, I'm starting to get run down. If I go to that party tonight or I go to that dinner, I'm probably going to end up sick. And it's about listening to it because half the fucking time I don't listen to it. And I'll just be like, I should go and people will be upset. And then I end up draining my battery completely. I feel like it's like your phone. You want to like put yourself onto charge before it turns off and dies. But like, you've got to like know your battery and also know, again, I think you wouldn't need so much alone time and time away from people, because I feel like the fact that the question's been asked, I'm guessing that it's like a lot of time alone. And I know clients that like don't leave their bed for days and things like that. I guess that comes back to, again, like working on creating a version of yourself that you love, that you can show up as, that doesn't feel draining and that you don't have to put that mask on. And like saying no when you need to say no. Because if you just keep saying yes, because I feel like we're both like this a little bit. We're both a little bit people pleasy.
100%.
And you just say yes and then you feel like you need a break from people because you've just like kept saying yes when you wanted to say no, and you get to the point where you just like, you need to switch off, you need rest.
I think what you said before about knowing your body and feeling comfortable, like a healthy lifestyle will give you higher energy levels. So if you're eating junk food all the time or you're drinking alcohol or you're out all the time, then your battery levels are going to be way lower, and you're not going to want to feel like you want to go out and be around anyone else as well. So I think, I don't know, promoting a healthy lifestyle, even if it's just a little change here or there, I think that would play a massive part of it. I feel it. Like, I feel it if I'm eating unhealthy or I'm not getting much sleep. I feel that, I don't feel good in myself, and I don't feel good in my body, and it makes me not want to go out and be around other people. So I don't know, maybe have a look at the lifestyle you're living, and maybe explore that a bit.
Yep, definitely. And then, like, we kind of touched on it before, but like the kind of people that you're spending your time with, because
100%.
So often, like, we can just end up in situations where we're in like friendship circles or relationships or even with our family. Like, I have so many clients who feel good and they're doing really well, and and like all of their healing's paid off and they're living their best life, and then they, at Christmas time, they go and visit their family and they come back an absolute like mess. And so it's like, if you know that someone's going to drain your energy and trigger you and make you like not want to be around people anymore, then like probably you need like a little bit of a stock take.
100%.
As to like who you're spending your time with and why you're continuing to spend your time with people like that. And that's a hard thing for some traumatized people to do, because they're so used to being treated a certain way. They keep those people around. But I feel like a bit of a stock take of like, who does it feel good to be around?
100%. And look, I think that branches out into everyone as well. Like, it's not just necessarily family. I mean, I used to work in a job where I loved the job that I did. I loved some of the people that we worked with, but we had a change in management, and all of a sudden everything started to, I guess all the conversations that were happening were not bitchy, but they just weren't positive or constructive conversations. And it was like that every day for a long period of time. And that affected me and my mental health in the way that I thought about showing up for work or even just going out. Like, it actually had an effect on me. That was a massive drain in the end because of that change in dynamic at that place. So
and then you just like end up putting your earphones in and just wanting to be alone and not talk to people because you 100%. Don't want to be absorbed.
Well, it's all just negative conversations happening around you. So
I was thinking about when you were saying like being alone and wanting to be away from people, and I was thinking about like when somebody wants to be alone, do they actually want to be alone? And I was thinking about this like woman's question, and it's like, and when I think about belief work, when we think about like the core beliefs, one of the core beliefs is I am alone, and people then off the back of that like believe that they prefer to be alone because it's safer it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so, but when I replace that belief of I am alone, we always replace it with the belief of I am loved. And I was just thinking about like in those moments where you want to retreat from people and where you want to like get away from those situations, especially in this situation where someone's like retreating to bed and they're wanting to be alone like for periods of time, what they actually want is love. Because if the opposite of I am alone is I am loved. And so, and then I was just started to think about like any time that I've ever like pulled away and felt like I needed alone time, if I had have actually thought about it, I probably just needed love and like someone there to actually like fill you back up. But I feel like we get so used to like dealing with things on our own that we just like retreat as like a natural.
I mean, we've experienced that between you and me as well.
I was thinking about you and me, and I was thinking about how I like go to like just like want to be alone to like figure things out on my own, and then you'll be like, but we're a team, like tell me what you're thinking and I'll help you. And then I'll talk to you and then I'll be like, oh, I feel so much better. What is this? This is weird. But like, so I was thinking about like if someone's like feeling like they need to be alone a lot, it's actually like it's like a self-protection thing as well. And it's like,
maybe you just need a hug.
They need to lean into love. They probably just need a hug. They need to lean into love. And like, or even if sometimes they don't have that person there to do that, but the opposite is I am loved. And so that could be something that a mantra that they adopt, or it could be something that they think about anytime they feel like I want to be alone, I want to be away from people. It's like, is it all people? Is there someone that feels safe? Is there someone that like can talk to about this and like lean back into like connection, because I think wanting to be alone, especially like chronically, is like not the way that we are designed. Like we're designed and wired to connect and to be connected with other people. So that's like kind of then moving away from like our biology. And so like leaning back into connection and leaning back into love is probably a really important thing for this person to do. Like you don't have to make it bad and you don't have to make it wrong, but at the same time, it's like if you're wanting to work on it, how can you start to like lean into love and feeling loved, and not like, because when I think of someone doing that, I think of like self-isolation. Yeah. And it's that like you get like a barrier around you and it's like, I can't be around people right now. I need to figure it all out on my own, be independent, work it out, recharge my batteries. But then if I think about like being with you and then like cuddling with you or whatever, that recharges my batteries just as much as being on my own. Yeah. And so I think it, like it's like a self-protection thing.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. Do you feel like, does that feel relevant to you? Do you feel like...
Yeah, it does. As you said, I think when we've sort of experienced those little moments where there's been, I guess you go to pull away or something, by communicating, I think that's the biggest thing, is just communicating it with me so I know what's going on. But communicating it with...
So he's not confused as fuck.
What's she doing? Why's she running away? But I think, like, I don't know, in communicating what you're actually feeling, I just speaking about us, I can sort of lean in and sort of make suggestions or help wherever I can help. And instantly I feel better. You feel better.
I feel better.
And yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, it's also just like a pattern. Yeah. I feel like it's a pattern. Yeah. That question, why do I need to be alone so much? It's like, it's probably you've learned that you have to do everything on your own. Independent.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, go.
No, I got the question sort of going through my head. I'm wondering if this, like, what this person's doing when they're alone. Like, are they sitting on the couch? That I was more thinking, are they just drinking by themselves? Yeah. Are they being self-destructive, or are they literally just, I don't know, wanting to stay in and recharge it and watch a movie or
drinking
read a
cups
book
of tea, reading a book? That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I know what you mean. I feel like the nature of a lot of the questions is like they're coming from people that are really struggling with whatever they're asking about. Yeah, okay. And like a lot of them have come from like complex trauma or like trauma background. So I guess most of the time it's probably like it's like a pattern. Yeah. A pattern, or like a protective thing. And it's always the way with my clients. It's like, the ones that have the belief of I am alone also have the belief of like it's safer to be alone. Yeah. And so it's that, like what I said, self-fulfilling prophecy. They're like, it's safer just to be alone, so I'll isolate myself, and then they'll be like, look at me, I'm all alone. I'm so alone. And then they'll feel depressed because they're alone, and then they'll try and like go back out in the world, and they'll be like,
makes them feel worse.
And they still feel like they're alone when they're in rooms with people, and then they retreat because when they're not happy when they're in rooms with people, and it's just like
vicious cycle.
It is a vicious cycle. Yeah. So yeah, in summary, wrapping it up, it's not wrong. You don't have to make it wrong. Everyone needs rest. Everyone needs time to recharge. If you're around people that are like, go, go, go all the time, it's okay to just be like, hey, I'm a napper. Yeah. I'm a napper. I need rest. I can't keep up with you guys. I'm going to just cancel and back out. But if you're doing it chronically, you're in bed all the time, you're like never really wanting to be around people, self-isolating, it's like lean into love.
Yeah, lean into love.
Connection.
Communicate with whoever you've got around you.
Tell people what's going on. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a loved one. It could be family or a friend. Therapist. Just talk to them. A therapist. Yeah. Just talk to people about it. People that you trust. And
remember that like you're not alone. Like you are loved, and like finding that evidence that you are loved. Like, I do have people that love me. Who are they? Name them, then reach out to them, talk to them.
I feel like that's definitely something that can be overcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming on again.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
And if you know somebody who needs to hear this, please send it on to them. Thank you again for listening.